Hey everybody, it's Bust, and we're doing another Path of Champions weekly quest. Today, we're going to be taking on the 1.5 star Starlight portal up against the Gangplank. And so, the special rule for this event is at the game start, you shuffle 3 copies of Ruination into all players' decks. The thing that I think is going to be useful running into battle with this is Kayn. And so, our Kayn is up to 2 stars. If you're not familiar with his star powers, we get the +1 starting mana each game. The first time an ally kills an enemy and survives, you get a darken equipment into your hand. It then costs 2 less. And then when an allied unit kills another unit, you give that unit +1/+1 and heal it 2. The idea that I'm going to be taking into this with Kayn is that we're going to have so many equipment between the ones that we generate out of the spells, or out of the star power, the darkened lodestone, and then Kayn having the various darkened size that he generates. As the Ruination is played, we should be getting enough bonus left over that we have a quicker recovery than our opponent. And so, with that in mind, Arcane is only star level 5. He doesn't have too many level ups up to this point, but I think we'll still be okay with the slightly weaker deck. We'll take our star power advantage over the champion level. And then for the relic, I like to use the Lost Chapter. So when I'm summoned, refill your spell mana. This is exceptionally good with Kayn in the sense that he returns himself to his hand. And so you can play Kayn, gain the 3 spell mana. If you have another copy, you can play his flip ability. You need 1 extra mana for a Shadow Step, or there is the equipped unit strike thing. Again, if you have 1 additional mana, lets your Kayn level up really quick. He jumps back into your hand, you replay him and get that spell mana again. It's a nice little combo running out of this kind of mid-cost champion. And so, that's how we'll be doing battle today, up against Gangplank. If we can get the thing pulled up, here we go. Off to battle. And we got a little bit of Fiora out there in the middle, a little bit of Gangplank at the end. Let's see what turns up. Okay, round start rally. Never complain about that one. One of the most powerful abilities in the game. That should probably hard carry us the whole way. And so, our first opponent, the River Shaper, when the foe plays a spell, grant its weakest unit +1/+1. All right, River Shaper. Gonna take you down, bro. I guess we can keep both Startled Stompers. I was like, well, let's just mulligan to stay a little bit more on curve, but you have ample size amongst you. I think you'll be okay. Are we emoting already? All right, I'll bring it. It's not my first emote rodeo. All right, not a bad start. Lots of big overwhelms coming in. Starting to achieve our rallies. Feels good. I'm just going to switch to the lodestone here. I want to get this scouting cultist down next turn. And so we need the equipment now. Opponent's not doing anything. We might just be ending the game. Right, if the game recovers. I know this is a pretty intensive movement, putting the unit into the middle of the board. Is the game just going to crash? Groan. Moment, please. All right. Small independent gaming outfit, Riot Games. Must not have known about that bug. But hopefully we're good to go now. Can we swap this out and get a kill? I don't think we get enough plus attack this way. All right. Fine. I have to go to next turn. Guess if he's just gonna no block, maybe we could have gotten the kill. All right. Well, I feel like we can overcome the River Shaper now. All right. Good game, friend. Happy battle. Okay, so these cards all suck. It's a little unfortunate Arcane is so under-leveled right now that they don't come with any cards on them, but I feel like the Arachnoid Horror is probably going to be our go-to. Just a cheap, fearsome unit can come down on the first turn of the game. Nice place to put equipment. Welcome to the squad. Okay, so how are we going to handle these? Not interested in, in Lysandra. We'll just never get that deck together. Elise is kind of interesting. We did just pick up a spider. We could push towards the spider's themes instead of Kayn. Or Swain is a little non-interesting. We don't have any... Well, I guess we do have non-combat damages. We have a bunch of strikes. Okay, I'm convinced. We'll go for Swain. All right, so our next choices, we have a shop, a gold chest, or a spells chest. I'm leaning towards just heading to the shop, but it's a little early for that. And I mean, we do have the Kayns for like the really big turns. So maybe we do come and pick up a spell, right? When we play Kayn and recover all of our spell mana. All right, so Frozen Earth. Round start, give the player's weakest ally vulnerable. Okay, not a bad little curve. A 2 into a 3. Maybe we'll find an equipment to boost up our fated plays. Emoting already? Hell yeah, the Ruination, just what we needed. Opponent agrees. Alright. Cupcake that one. Let's wait. I'm curious if he plays a unit or if he open attacks on us. If he doesn't open and we get the return Ruination, that's gonna be so nice. Oh, almost skipped our attack. Alright, more dragons. No one has ever said, "Bust, I have too many dragons." And so let's go ahead and get this going in here. Pick up the bonus health out of this. Now we win the combat. We'll get the equipment in hand. Go ahead and drop it on our other dude. Oh man, it's the halberd. All right, we'll wait around. I don't want to immediately just give up our dragon. Alright, well. Kill an ally, equip Swain. Can't block our Swain, so we're going to get in for tons of damage. Oh shit, he just... I was like, hell yeah, these fearsomes are going to be coming right through. Turns out he did have a unit capable of blocking a fearsome. That's my bad. Alright, well, hopefully we don't run into the Ruination again. I feel like we should be okay, but would be problematic.
If they don't break, they'll burn.
Alright, squad, get in. Get into battle. Close to killing him. Can't even level up our Swain. I was trying to look at this and say, like, all right, finally, we can do a Swain strike and get a kill, but it's not even enough. Dumb champion. Who put this dumb Swain into their deck? Maybe you'll do something one day, my friend. Maybe one day. Does it even work? Those strikes shouldn't count as combat damage, right? It's not a free attack. All right, what do we have here? The challenger-based Darkened Halberd is kind of interesting because if you generate Darkened Halberds off of our Kayn ability, they should all have that equipment thing attached to it. But I don't feel like this is like a necessity for our deck. We're just gonna generate a thing and be okay with it. The Heedless Resurrection, though, maybe that'll be okay. I don't feel like we're ever... Well, in a normal one, I don't feel like we're ever just going to outright lose our Kayn. I feel like we play around our opponent well enough to not do it. But in this triple Ruination thing, I think the Heedless Resurrection could actually be kind of nice. Into these, we got a Rally. Don't mind if I do. On to the next one. And so round start. Grant 2 random units in all players' decks, +1/+1. What do we got here? None of those are units. We didn't get too many spells, did we? Can we cut Swain out of our deck? Oh my god, what a shitty start. Uh-oh. Gotta draw something fast. There you go, Arachnoid Horror. I knew you'd be useful sometime. Alright, something good. If we keep trying to call our shot, we have to hit it eventually, right? Alright, turn 4. Found a unit. Perfect. Feel like those cards were not relevant. I did a little mathematics. I was doing it in my head. I don't know if you saw it, but I determined that those cards were not relevant. Okay, we'll lose our horror. That's fine. The Ranger's doing the work here today. Alright, so yeah, I mean, our deck doesn't have a bunch of sweet combos in it. I feel like from this point forward, we just have to find units, and then we should be okay. Just the cheap stuff. It's like you can get a lot of really, like, combo-centric... a lot of combo-centric Kayn decks, but we haven't really found the tools for it. And so I think we need to take, like, a step back and then just make sure we're assembling a quality deck here, and we'll be fine. Alright, get wrecked, Hearthguard. Who's that champion in the middle? I don't remember, but I'm ready to fight. I'm ready for battle. So what do we got here? Well, the cheapest unit is the Battlecaster, so that's the way we're going to go. And it's fine. I mean, it has Fearsome. That's a good addition for the Battlecaster. On to the middle here, we either have a Shop or an Ethereal Remitter. I don't remember Ethereal Remitter. Let me get it pulled up real quick. All right, we are just over on ftpbus.com. Got to be up on the little utilities section at the top. We'll click on the events. The exclamation points are events. And then we could use the little search bar to find the remitter. So I'll choose a power, harmful and helpful to both players. And so it does stuff like give both players units +2/+2 or stuff like that. I know that's not one of them, but it affects both our deck and our opponent's deck, right? All cards cost 2 less. Round start, stun the strongest and weakest unit. And then round end, give all units +2 attack, right? So it affects both players. The thing that you typically run into with Kayn is our deck is very mid-rangey, right? We have a lot of 4 and 5 cost cards. I think we're going to be getting a substantial advantage out of the natural magic here. Very good addition to our deck. So I was going to say we're going to come out here and just like cut something expensive. I'm usually pretty excited to cut out these Nox and Defectors, but now that they only cost 2 mana, I'm a little less inclined to cut them. But like just being able to spew out the entirety of our hand so fast, I think it's going to be reasonable to get rid of. Now that we kind of have like a little bit of direction for combos, we can look to add some like manifests or card draws into our deck. But on to Fiora. So when one of the foe's allies challenges an enemy, give that ally tough. The toughest of challengers. If you're not familiar with the Fiora battle, it typically comes down to just killing Fiora, and then if you kill Fiora once, you're in a pretty good spot. And so I'll hang on to the Ravenous Flock, so if we can deal a point of damage to her, she should be a 5/4, right? She starts with Phage, but if we deal, say, like 3 with the Stomper, 3 with the Flock, that's enough to take her down.
They would fall by my blade. I would cut you down.
Didn't even challenge. All right, opponent. You made a decision. I don't know if it was a good one. Doesn't feel like it was. But that's one way to play the game. No. Just no. So we'll give Kayn the +2 attack. Do the Furious Wielder's Strike. Rip Fiora. Give us the bonuses. Get our free equipment. Things are looking good now. Now this is why I was a little concerned in cutting the expensive card out of our deck, since we're just like steamrolling at this point and we don't have anything to do. But if we look for like manifests on items or card draw on items or something, and we still get to just run out our hand super fast, it's going to be a nice build around. I mean, we didn't know we were going to have that equipment until halfway through the trial. All right, ready to fight. Scary Kayn. Look at this stuff. So scary. Many scaries coming from Kayn. And see, this is at least getting to kind of showcase what the idea was with using the Summoner's Stone onto Kayn. Oh shit, he didn't recall here. He only recalls on the front side. But that's the idea, right? Is you're going to flame, get that mana back. He's going to recall due to his flip, and then you can use that mana multiple times. Still good though. Play Zolani. Why? It says you cost 2. Oh, just some kind of weird click thing? Okay. Alright, whatever. It's all good. Got him. Fiora has been bested. Gotta watch these scary Swain animations though. It's not what I asked for. Okay, so what you got for us? More Kayns. Quick attack is kind of fine, but I think we want to go with the spell shield, right? We haven't seen the Ruination except for that one time, but protecting Kayn from Ruination makes me feel a little bit safer. On to the powers. What's this? When you summon an ally, give a challenger. That's meh. When you draw a card, give allies 1/0. Not interested in any of those. Looking for something that lets us just come out and draw cards. None of these. Don't want counterfeit copies. What do we have now? Game start, draw 2. One of the few times I'm not upset to pick this up. Bouncing Blades is also not terrible since all of the Blades edges are going to be free. But I think I'm just going to take the draw 2 at the start of the game. On to the next one, either a healer or an item chest. Let's go for the items. This can be a tough battle. Grumpy Rockbear is one of the stronger opponents when the foe summons a Grumpy Rockbear granted Overwhelm, but I think we're going to be able to throw down our hand fast enough to where I don't really care about countdown cards. And so he can build like one giant Rockbear, and I think we'll still be okay to act around it. Didn't mulligan well. I was hoping to look for like early plays that don't suck. And like the Battlecaster was good, but the other options weren't that great. What do we do this? Let's just pass. This isn't gonna, he's not gonna play nice. I was like, well, if he's gonna come out and play some units, here we go. We can just like play the Ruination. But he bamboozled me for 1. I wonder how many cards we could have gotten away from. I wonder. We might have dropped our unit a little quickly there. Okay, we're still very strong here. Gonna Give Kayn the bonus. Strike down the 5/4. Darkened Halberd, not that strong here, but it will be strong next turn. Loaded up onto the scout unit. Nice waste of the obelisk. All right. Rockin' and rollin'.
Your path ends here.
Okay, definitely don't want our unit to die. We're gonna drop it again next turn, or we're gonna kill it next turn with the halberd. Why not, Ravenous Flock? Why not? Alright, I think we're good. You didn't get to see too much of the Rockberry. It can be scary, I assure you. But he didn't really present enough. And now, the Darkened Lodestone is a little bit better this turn, but I feel like there's... Oh my gosh, this is a 6-mana Tarash, isn't it? Okay, I'll wait. Tarash brings the basically the harrowing every time he attacks, and so let's just give that a moment to see if something nice marinates out. Units got a little too big. Lose our Kayn. Okay. Sad noises abound. We still get the Corrupted Scythe, though. Again, this was our idea against playing against the Ruination. If we're going to play cards like all of these equipment, then we should get ample opportunities to use them, especially with the Ruination coming at us. All right, let's get this big dude on board. I've only seen this like one time in Constructed. Why can't we do it? It's so weird. Okay, we're good now.
Oh, but let me have a look here.
All right, so we get our scout attack. Now we get... Do we even have 6 units? Looks like it. Looks like there's 3 5s and then 2 2s. So let's attack with everything. Just to make sure we get maximum stats on the board. Oh, it pulls out his units. I think the Harrowing used to do this. I think the Harrowing used to pull out your opponent's units, and then they deemed that that was too good. And so now it only pulls out your units. So it was like you could play control decks with no units in it, and then kill all of your opponent's stuff with Ruination, then bring your opponent's units back with the Harrowing. I think you used to be able to do that. It's been a couple years. All right, what do we got here? Still just looking for early plays, but I mean this strike card with the battle banner, I guess I can get behind that. We're getting a little further away from the things I want to be doing. I do like these spell shields though. Nice addition. Into the shop, tons of money. Hold them off, fantastic ability. Into the powers. You can't get a full board with this House Spider summoning House Spiders, but that's a fairly weak unit overall. We just got to come back and add the Nox and Defectors back into our deck. Maybe. Kind of interested in this Living Legends. Maybe we pick this. I mean, if everything's going to cost 2 less, then the Living Legend seems pretty powerful. Okay, so do you want to do battle against the Arbiter of the Peak? Yeah, let's do it. We just added in... He starts the game with Targon's Peak on the board, and we just added in that 10 cost spell to our deck. So I'm expecting big things out of this. Big things coming at you. Right, reasonable enough start. Too bad we don't have any equipments just yet, but maybe we'll get a trade here in the first turn. Is that going to be the Ruination? Crescent Strike. Okay. Reasonable enough.
One foot in front of the other.
Dude, getting a big board fast. Says he appreciates his cards costing one less. No equipment. Need to win one of these combats and then we're just gonna pop off.
When the sun goes down, we strike.
It's not bringing anything? Come on, dude. Quit being lame. Fine. Whatever. Did we survive one of these? Do we get the equipment now? The Dark and Bloodletters. Alright.
Come, tonight we'll bring them to justice. To me.
Okay. Get that dumb stuff out of here. Now, we do need some good attacks to happen. If he has the Ruination, we're going to be in a bit of a bind, but, you know, we'll wait and see.
I thought they said this climb would be a challenge.
Wisdom lies that way. Probably.
All right, well, here comes the squad. I don't feel like there was nowhere that we could get big bonuses and just win the game. What's happening here? We're losing our defector. All right, let's do this. We can fade it up. Oh, we could have just won this combat to the right. We could have given ourselves bonus health and then taken down the climber, but this is still going to be okay. Our board is fantastic. We can Ravenous Flock down the Sojourners. Just a matter of getting our units into battle. Turns out round start rally's pretty good. Trying to think, do we get to play Harazi? No, he's a little bit too expensive here. Still not lethal. I guess. I guess we gotta turn autopilot off just a notch, and we'll get this over with. I think we're still okay here, but these games should have been done. Sometimes it just gets a little easy, and you just start pushing everything to the middle. All right, I assure you, this one is going to end the game. Alright, you dead. You dead, Arbiter of the Peak. Alright, on to Gangplank. Feeling good about it. I think we can do it. So what do we got? Something cool? Elusive Startled Stompers? I'm a little more interested in this Ruined Reckoner. He's got Spell Shield, and then those bonus attacks are kind of nice. So, down to the powers. Cards you draw cost one less. We need everything to cost one less. I mean, sure. Why not? Into the healer. Can't cut our expensive cards anymore. Let's just get rid of Imperial Demolitionist. It's pretty weak. Doesn't have any combos in our deck. And so, just get it out of here. So, alright, the foe summons a powder... Round start, foe summons a powder keg. The first time the foe starts the round with less than 20 health, you summon the Dreadway. Used to be much, much, much more challenging. Used to immediately summon the Dreadway. Now it has to be a round start. What? Trying to think of how hard we mulligan these. The thing with this deck and the round start ability is we should be able to just hook a powder keg on the first turn. And use that to get the equipment into our hand, but can't have warning shot or whatever to stop us. right? So the idea being we play our Saga Seeker. The Powder Keg has the Powder Keg has Vulnerable, so we're able to just hook it and then immediately get our Darkened Weapon. But if he plays a Powder Keg or something, we don't get this Slay. All right, not bad. We'll start in with the Relentless Pursuits next turn, probably.
I rarely forget and never forgive.
Noxus will pay for what they did to us.
I don't know, dude. The Make It Rain's hitting our spell shielded unit. I don't feel like this is going to go positively for Gangplank. Losing out on his champion so early. Thank you. Alright, let's start a free attack. Well, we can do that second. If we're going to get his unit taken off the board, maybe, then we can perhaps get a 7 damage punch in. Nope. He's aware of our shenanigans. Okay, we'll hit with the Overwhelm then. Bro's gonna get the Dreadway. I'm scared. I don't know about you. I'm a little scared of the Dreadway now. No. Living Legends. Maybe we'll get to play you this game. But here we go. Not going to hook the Powder Keg. As it stands, he has to have an answer to a unit to get a prevent in. Doesn't have it. And we got there. Victory is ours. GG. And so it wasn't that special of a Kayn run. You know, you have a lot of opportunities to build some really cool decks when you have Kayn with the Summoning Stone to return the mana, and you're getting like targets with your Fateds and getting stuff happening with the equipment. We just didn't really see the cards come together to make that kind of thing happen, and we just ended up with a good rally deck, which, you know, it's good enough to take down the victory, but it's not enough to really spark the highlight reel. And so I wish I had a little bit better of a video for you, but that's what it is. Sometimes you just have to deal with the cards you're dealt, but hopefully it helps you take down Gangplank in your own trials. And so that will do it for us today. Hope everyone enjoyed the video. Hope you maybe learned a thing or two along the way and had a good time watching. This is Bust and me. Thank you for being here.